Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So now that the NHL trade deadline has passed, it's time to start focusing on some other things, and something that I've been wanting to talk about for quite some time, and I did in a previous video a while ago, but that didn't get nearly as much traction because of the fact that my channel was really in the beginning stages. But in regards to the Calder race, this has been such a fun year in the NHL when it comes to the type of rookies that we have seen, and a lot of diamond in the rough type players, if I might add too, along with the clear talent, the top pick type rookies in this year's rookie class. But going into this season, most would tell you that, the winner of the Calder coming out of the season is going to be Kako. It's going to be Jack Hughes. That clearly is not the case, with both of them having just over 20 points so far in roughly 60 games. So I understand why they necessarily haven't done as well. They're both very young players, and they are going through a process, and they are on teams that are going through a process as well. And if you look at what's happened with the Devils, it makes sense, and with the Rangers, it makes sense well with their depth overall. And it's a development. They're going to continue to get better and be fantastic players, but they are by no means going to win the Calder Trophy this season in the NHL. But let's talk about the guys that are currently in the running for it, and some honorable mentions. For the mentions, I'm going to start off by talking about Elvis Merzlikins, Mckenzie Blackwood, even Igor Shesterkin in his short stint. These goaltenders, unfortunately, I don't see them winning the Calder or really getting many votes, but you have to give them the credit where the credit is due. Merzlikins, what he has done this year out of nowhere, the 25-year-old rookie goaltender. And then you have Mckenzie Blackwood, the 23-year-old goaltender, has really been strong for the Devils, but doesn't get the credit he deserves given how the Devils season has went. And Igor Shesterkin, first 10 games in the NHL as a starter, is 9-1 and would have been playing more games, but he's out with injury for a couple weeks due to the car accident that he was in recently, which is really unfortunate. But overall, all these guys and others have really had a fantastic year, but because of just how intense this rookie race has been for the forwards and defense, I just don't see how the goaltender really gets mixed in there, either of them for that matter. But I want to mention them because they deserve to be recognized. But talking about the guys that have been putting up the points, Quinn Hughes starting off has really emerged. His progression throughout the season has been absolutely fantastic. His game has gotten better and better each game, night in and night out. He currently leads the league for rookies in points with 50. That is a 5 ahead of Makar. And we all thought that while he decided that Makar was going to run with it earlier in the year, he was point per game over that. But then what happened? He got hurt. And since then, he has been playing fine, but it's been a little bit slower. The pace that he was on has definitely diminished since then. And Hughes has excelled. He has been fantastic for Vancouver on their special teams and 5-on-5. And in 61 games played this year, like I said, he has 50 points, including 8 goals and 42 assists, and has a plus-minus and -3. So Hughes is living up to the potential and more, and he has a very strong chance, and in my opinion, is easily the Calder favorite at this point in time. Things can change, but the pace that he has been on within this past month, especially, cannot get overlooked by any stretch of the imagination. Now, coming to Makar in 54 games played this year, like I said, he had an injury earlier in the season, has 12 goals, 35 assists, 33 assists, I should say, for 45 points, and a plus-minus of +10. So, better in that category. But Vancouver, if you look at their situation as well, there is no one else on that blue line that I think is even remotely close as good as what Hughes is. And that goes into a lot, but how he has progressed this year and really taking over that Vancouver defense and holding his own and really showing that he is a difference maker, and there's no one on that blue line besides him that can do the kind of things he does as a skater, as a passer. His overall hockey IQ is just fantastic. And Makar is a very similar situation with Colorado, but I would say that Colorado has better depth defensively, in my opinion. So that gives more of an edge to Quinn as well, with how well of a season he has had. And then third in scoring, you have Dominic Oobleck, who has been my favorite story all season long. This guy came out of nowhere. He was a 7th-round pick in 2013 by the LA Kings, and has since then, really tried to find his way into the NHL. It seemed like he would just be an AHL mainstay, but that has not been the case. He signed with the Chicago Blackhawks going into this year, I believe, and he made their lineup, and he has been fantastic in their top six. It seems like night in and night out he is scoring in one way or another, and he has really shown flashes of not just speed, but a great shot, and really talk about a guy that has continued to work on his game and really show that, yes, I know that I was drafted in the 7th round years ago, and it makes perfect sense why I should be overlooked, but he is proving everyone wrong this season. He's becoming a complete eye-opener, and it looks like he will be part of the Blackhawks' future without question, and rightfully so. So in 61 games played, the forward has 26 goals, 14 assists for 40 points, and has a plus-minus of 0. And he currently leads the rookies in regards to goal scoring as well. So like I said, he has been fantastic, came out of nowhere this year, and I couldn't be happy for him. He's such a great story and easily one of my favorite players now in the entire NHL. I love stories like that. I think that's the best thing when guys overcome adversity or, just prove everyone wrong, that I am more than just a 7th round pick in 2013. So Victor Olson is another similar story. I've loved his game. Unfortunately, he got hurt. I think if he didn't get hurt this season, he would be in the lead, a league lead in regards to goal scoring and points as a rookie. But the Olson is a 24-year-old forward as well, and he was drafted in the 7th round too, but in 2014 by the Sabres. Another diamond in the rough type guy who has been fantastic for the Sabres, not just 5-on-5, but power play as well. I know he started his career with his first 6 goals at least being on the power play, which is pretty funny, but Olson, in 48 games played this year, has 19 goals, 21 assists for total points of 40 and a plus-minus of 0. And after him, we have Nick Suzuki. Suzuki has had another strong year for the rookies for the Montreal Canadiens, who they already had a embarrassment of riches when it comes to elite prospects, in my opinion. They have one of the best prospect pools in the entire league, and it's starting to show with guys like Suzuki, who they acquired in the trade with the Vegas Golden Knights, sending Max Pacioretty the other way. So Suzuki, the 20-year-old centerman in 65 games played this year, has 13 goals, 27 assists for 40 points and a plus-minus of -11. And Suzuki is one of those where I look at how Montreal's lineup is currently stacked up, and you thought that Kotkaniemi, who was their top pick a couple years ago, that he would really progress this year. That hasn't been the case, and because of that as well, Suzuki has gotten more playing time, and deservedly so. He really puts Montreal in a different scenario where Suzuki originally didn't seem like he would be the guy to be really, their possible top centerman or top 6, but that seems to be the case now. So I'm really happy for Suzuki. He's doing fantastic as a 20-year-old, and he's only going to continue to get better, and hopefully for his sake and Montreal, he stays with them long term. And next I have Marty Neches. I really like this kid a lot since he was drafted. He was drafted in the 1st round by Carolina Hurricanes in 2017. Neches, the Finnish forward, has really done great for Carolina this year and really overlooked because of how deep this Carolina team is when it comes to offense. In 58 games played this year, he has 16 goals, 18 assists for 34 points and has a plus-minus -2. Neches in that bottom 6, top 6, wherever they put him, he has done very well. He's still progressing, there is no question, but I'm really excited. I feel that he has so much potential in him to be a huge part of Carolina's future in their top 6. His ceiling, in my mind, is very high, and be on the lookout. He's a forward with size, has a great shot, and great hockey IQ overall, and there's a lot of things to like about this kid. And then finishing off the guys in the point columns I've had is Adam Fox. Fox, the 22-year-old defenseman who was acquired by the Rangers after being traded not just once but twice because he didn't want to play with any other team but the Rangers. He played for Harvard 3 of the 4 years, I believe. Came in this season, the Rangers were just hoping, that he would have a solid rookie year. He has undoubtedly been the Rangers' best defenseman all season long. I have not seen a guy in the Rangers blue line this poised throughout my entire lifetime, truly. And it doesn't seem like there has been a defenseman nearly as good as Fox since maybe even before Ryan McDonough. You could throw Brian Leetch in there, not in regards to the points, but in regards to just overall defensive play. He has been fantastic. So Fox, the 22-year-old defenseman in 62 games played this year, has 6 goals, 26 assists for 32 points, and has a plus-minus of 17. That is the best out of any of the rookies in the rookie scoring right now. He leads the league as a rookie in takeaways and has just gotten better and better every single game. Fox, I couldn't be any more happier about. He's just fantastic. In my opinion, the best defenseman the New York Rangers have and will most likely have for the foreseeable future. But they are another team that has an embarrassment of riches when it comes to elite talent in their prospect pool, mainly on defense as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how the future pans out. But he has been lights out for them this year, and I cannot wait to see how he's going to progress more and more within the next 4 or 5 seasons. So overall, that's all I have for you today. In my opinion, how things are stacked up right now, it's going to be one of Quinn Hughes, and Hughes seems to be running with it right now. Or, if you want my opinion, who I think really deserves more recognition is Dominic Oobleck. Kubalik has had a fantastic year, like I said, and I just love his story. It's so easy to get attached to guys who have been top picks. A lot was expected of him, but no one knew about Dominic Kubalik going into this season, and I commend him for that greatly. And same things can be said for guys like Victor Olson. So overall, that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, subscribe, comment, all those great things if you like this NHL content. And if you're a fan of any of the teams that have these players or guys I didn't talk about, please let me know what you think. Do you agree with me on who I think will most likely win the Calder race? Disagree, on my evaluation of them and all those great things. So thank you all so much, and I really appreciate the feedback and all the attention I've been getting lately on my channel. It really means a lot to me. It's nice to see that people are responding to me and, telling me that my opinion, they care about it. So I thought that was really nice, and I hope that this happens going forward. But thank you all once again, and I will be back in a day or two.